We're on the Raw after WrestleMania 38, and the current United States Champion Finn Balor decides to issue an open challenge to anyone, and with Butch never happening in this timeline, Pete Dunne answers the call. It's his first match, and he's getting a United States title shot. But can he make the most of it? Well, after 25 minutes of utter brilliance, Pete Dunne breaks Balor's body and spirit and takes the United States Championship on his first night on the main roster. And one man is very jealous of this, as Austin Theory believes he should have been the one to defeat Balor. Therefore, Pete Dunne's first feud is with Theory, which culminates in a match at Backlash, where Theory can't withstand Pete's gory and brutal offense, which makes Dunne retain. But Balor wants a rematch, and so does Theory. And after they both get victories under their belt, it's announced that there'll be a triple threat match at Hell in a Cell, which opens the show and tears the house down, although Dunne once again retains and puts the feud to bed. But what's next for the United States Champion? Well, there's a fatal 4-way No More Contenders match taking place, and the participants include AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Damian Priest and The Miz. Pete Dunne is eagerly watching the match as he wants to see who his next opponent is, and after 15 minutes, AJ Styles punches his ticket to Money in the Bank to face Dunne. And with no pun intended, this match is absolutely phenomenal, and they produce a match of the year caliber contest between the two athletes, although in the end, Dunne is once again too much for his opponent to handle as he retains once more. But the following night, his former friend Riddle confronts him backstage, congratulates him and asks for a United States title match at the biggest party of the summer, which Dunne accepts only if Riddle can prove he isn't washed later in the night. And Riddle does just that with a great TV match against The Miz, and thanks to Logan Paul screwing the A-lister, Riddle picks up the win. But straight after the match, Pete Dunne confronts Riddle and beats him down. No one can believe it. However, the match is set for SummerSlam with a lot more animosity being added to the match. So at SummerSlam, it's a highly personal affair of Riddle dropping the goofy side of him for one night as he goes toe-to-toe with Dunne's strong style wrestling. It's an even playing field. No one has the advantage until Dunne clocks Riddle with a brutal elbow, seemingly breaking Riddle's jaw. And with that, Dunne connects with a bitter end to once again retain the championship. But who's next to step up to the Bruiserweight? Well, it's actually Dunne the following night who issues a challenge. A title unification match. But against who? Well, Dunne issues a challenge to the NXT United Kingdom champion Ilya Dragunov, as with the brand shutting down, Dunne wants to ensure that he is the last United Kingdom champion. But will Dragunov accept? Well, the Mad Dragon comes out and immediately responds with a resounding yes to the challenge, although he asks it to be on the best stage possible, Clash at the Castle. So even with Dunne being the heel in the program, leading into the show, there is a ton of mutual respect between the two. But who will walk out as United States and United Kingdom champion? Well, at Clash at the Castle, the match is unbelievable, and the crowd shower Dunne with love and Ilya with hatred. But Ilya is starting to get on top of his raw physicality, overwhelming the Bruiserweight. Although Dunne knew this would happen, and he made a few calls in the process. And on top of the ramp, making his main roster debut is Trent Seven, who never got released in this timeline. But that's not all, as if Ilya confused, Tyler Bate pops up on the apron, distracting the referee long enough for Dunne to use brass knuckles, which knocks Ilya out like a light. Then with a bitter end, Pete Dunne unifies both the United States and United Kingdom championships, with the crowd going absolutely ballistic for this. But Ilya is pissed. He was so close to becoming a double champion, so he wants vengeance. Thus, the following night, with a passion unlike any other, he screams that he wants all of British Strong Style at Extreme Rules, which they gladly accept, seeing as Ilya doesn't have anyone to partner with. But the Mad Dragon has a plan, although we don't find out the plan until the show. And British Strong Style are laughing at Ilya Dragunov standing alone, but that's until... Sworn mortal enemies uniting to take down the even bigger threat, as the Ring General, Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser join forces with Ilya Dragunov to take on British Strong Style. And it's an absolutely mind-melting contest, with the amount of history between all six men adding to the emotion of the match. However, in the end, Pete Dunne once again cheats his way to victory with brass knuckles, as British Strong Style conquer Imperium and Dragunov. And the following night, they're soaking up the victory, and Dunne even issues a challenge to anyone in the back for the United States Championship. And it's answered by none other than a clean-shaven but still cowboy Brock Lesnar. They weren't expecting that, so they obviously retreat, but Lesnar grabs the microphone and says that he wants to accomplish everything there is to accomplish within WWE and wants to become a Grand Slam champion. So Dunne will have to defend his United States Championship against Lesnar, and it's even announced that British Strong Style will be banned from ringside. So at Crown Jewel, the match is on, and it's arguably one of the most physical, competitive and downright gruesome matches ever seen on WWE. Lesnar has to utilize his MMA background more and more throughout the contest, which eventually culminates in both men bleeding. It's absolute warfare, but Dunne's strong style wrestling eventually starts to wear down Lesnar, and eventually Dunne traps the Beast in a submission hold, and for the first time in nearly 20 years, Brock Lesnar taps out. And with that, Pete Dunne has proven to be one of the toughest SOBs in WWE. But who's next to challenge for the United States Championship? Well, the following night, British Strong Style hold a celebration as Dunne proclaims to be the greatest United States Champion of all time. But one man objects to this as Seth Rollins confronts British Strong Style and believes he, along with other champions such as John Cena, are greater champions than he is. But someone else wants to tear down British Strong Style as Bobby Lashley dismantles all men, which leaves them laid out like a light. But that gives Fury an opening as he cashes in the briefcase of the United States Champion. Dunne is nowhere near 100%, but Rollins distracts Fury long enough for Dunne to hit a desperate low blow to retain his championship via a technicality. And Fury is fuming, and with Pierce sympathising with Fury, it's announced there'll be a fatal 4-way match at Survivor Series for the United States Championship between Fury, Lashley, Rollins and Dunne. So leading into the show, everyone within the match brawls with one another, whether it be during their own matches or backstage. But it's time, and it's a phenomenal 4-way with all four men's chemistry off the charts. And with British Strong Style banned from ringside once again, it's a fair playing field, but Dunne by the skin of his teeth retains again. However, the following night, Mustache Mountain failed to capture the tag team championships, which Dunne is raging at. He believes they need to hold their weight within the group, and with this, tension begins growing within British Strong Style. But with Tyler Bate getting a few singles victories under his belt, he's officially declared for the Royal Rumble alongside Pete Dunne. But what numbers do they draw? Well, with Gunter coming out at number 1, Pete Dunne comes out at number 2. It's champion versus champion, and they maul at each other throughout large parts of the contest, although at number 8 Tyler Bate comes in and is a one-man wrecking crew as he and Dunne throughout the Rumble work together until Dunne eliminates Bate. It's a shocking betrayal as he and Trent can't believe it. Dunne only cares about headlining WrestleMania, and he manages to reach the Final 4. It's between himself, Gunter, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, but Dunne won't be running the Rumble as Gunter eliminates him from the match. Dunne can't believe it, and neither can Bate, as the following night he confronts the Bruiserweight on his actions and Dunne is unapologetic. He doesn't care about the betrayal, but Tyler does, and he's almost in tears trying to make Pete understand, and eventually he does. He understands what he needs to do. As Dunne starts beating his own brother in arms down, no one can believe it, including a conflicted Trent Seven. He doesn't know what to do, but before we can make a decision, security comes out to separate Dunne from Bate. And the following week, Tyler was heartbroken that those he fought beside had malicious intentions. But even though it's mostly directed towards Dunne, he also can't believe Trent would be so conflicted when faced with clear evil. So after talking to Adam Pearce, it's announced that at Elimination Chamber, there'll be a number 1 contenders match between both former members of Mustache Mountain. So it's time. Who will face Dunne at WrestleMania 39? Well, after 20 minutes, Dunne nails a brutal blow onto Bate and a low blow to Seven. It's a disgrace, but Adam Pearce won't have it and says he will face both men at Mania, along with the fact that the match will restart and the winner will choose the stipulation of the match. And Dunne is raging. He angrily walks out and leaves the two Brits to battle. And in the end, Tyler Bate nails a Tyler Driver 97 onto Trent Seven. But what stipulation would he pick? Well, to ensure it's a fair fight, he makes it an elimination match. Thus, leading into the show, it's chaos between all three men with no one having the clear advantage leading into the show. But there's no more time to spare, and it's an unbelievable contest between all three men, although Trent Seven gets nailed with brass knuckles, and he's the first one eliminated. Who will walk out as United States Champion? Well, in the end, Tyler Bate dethrones Pete Dunne, ending his legendary United States title run. And thus, this chapter in Dunne's career comes to a close. And if you like this story, I think this might interest you.